Hi, little birds. How are you today? You'll have to excuse me. I haven't shaved, haven't done anything with my hair. It is 7 in the morning, so... Oh well, such is life. So my friend posted a news article, and I'm a little fired up. So, say the least, I had to get on, and I'm like, oh, no, we ain't having this shit. No, it's not going to happen. But, okay, for those of us that live in the US, we have a president, and sometimes we don't always agree with that president. And I would definitely say this is something we cannot agree on, we will never agree on, but President Trump just loves to attack the transgender community. And what I mean is, he's said, oh, you can't serve in the military. You're not fit. You're crazy people. Like, excuse me, asshole, but I can shoot a gun just as well as anybody else in this country, and I can kill somebody just as well if I wanted to. So for him to say that is ridiculous, number one. Number two, he has said repeatedly he wants to take any healthcare rights that we have or access to them and just repeal them. So what Obama has done, he would just make it evaporate and be like, you guys are on your own. You don't need surgeries. You don't need therapists. None of that. Because you don't exist. And lastly, and this is the one that really just irks me, and you know what? This is why I'm going to school. This is why I am going into political science. Because ultimately, I don't like where we're going. I don't like the two-party system. I don't like the rigidity of both parties. It's infuriating because here since, well, even during Bush, it was like, okay, which evil do I pick? Which one? And yes, I could vote third party, but ultimately I want someone that gets in, that's going to do something and change. I grew up in the 80s, so I grew up with the rhetoric of Reagan and that, we're going to make things better. And I just haven't seen that since him. And it's sad that, it's with Trump in office, it seems like we're stepping back a lot and regressing. Because ultimately, we're all human beings, regardless of how you think we should be. We're all human and deserve basic rights. And they're not given by the government, they're protected by the government. And for them to say, oh, you guys don't have any rights is ridiculous. I have rights just as much as any other person in this country. And all I want is for them to protect those rights. You know what? I shouldn't have to be fired because I identify different than some asshat white dude that is old as fuck and just assumes I'm some crazy person because he can't relate to me. You know what? Get to know me as a human, as a person, on a personal level. Don't just assume. So what was in the news article is this: that Trump wants to roll back and rigidly define what gender is. He wants to define what is male, what is female, and if you don't fit that box, you're screwed up the asshole. No lube. You're just gonna get it. And I'm sorry, you cannot define gender and sexuality by a box. Our boxes as a first world society suck. I'm sorry. You know, I would love to see an application without gender, without race, without any of those boxes that we check to, self-identify. Screw that. It's about time we just self-identify as, I'm a person. Treat me like a person. And it's people like Trump or Ben Shapiro that bring this rhetoric out and put it out there so that people applaud them as these heroes because they're fighting against these evil transgender people. Like, really, get to know me. Stop spreading rhetoric that is false, misleading, and utterly not based in reality. You know what? We have existed for a while. If you look at all the Asian cultures, they have had some form of alternate gender other than male and female. And some of them even recognize more than 3. And you know what? We're here in the first world, we're like, oh, you can only have 2. You know what? We're people, we're not animals, so we can have different identities, different ways of thinking. As people, we are more complex than animals, so you can't just say, oh, as a human, you gotta act like this way. What? That doesn't exist. You can't just say, I'm gonna act a certain way, or this is normal. Which, if you look at a lot of psychology, that's what they say. They're like, oh, this is a normal baseline for a person. And what if I don't fit that baseline? Then I'm not within their sphere, within their rigid box that they have constructed. So everyone, ultimately it is voting season. Get out and vote. Go vote. See what they vote on. See how they vote. Ultimately, if this is a revolution, and it sure seems the hell it is because, our president wants to make it one, then let's make it hard for him. Let's bring the heat. In my district, there's somebody running that has not voted a single yes on any LGBT issue. 1. And you know what? I'm going to support the other candidate. She's Democrat, and I've already talked to her. I love her. She's already said, yeah, I don't agree with the way Trump is doing things. And I'm like, great. California will never, change their rules. California will be like, sorry, you stay over there, Mr. Trump. You're crazy. We might have to all immigrate to Canada and be like, yeah, we're seeking government asylum because We're not accepted. Like, really? Like, I would ever have assumed that I might have to go get asylum from my government. And even, some of his policies of, oh, I want Facebook to go find these people hating on me. I'm sorry, I'm entitled to my opinion. It's the First Amendment right of free speech. If I want to hate on you, I can hate on you. Darn. Grow some balls. Grow some balls, thick shoulders, big ears, take the criticism. And then, hello, if you have critics, then change. It's not hard. Lots of politicians do it. You change so that you're more appealing to other people. So that's my thing. I will post the article in the link below. I will also post some other articles so you can read how fabulous our president is. At least here in the US. If you don't live in the US, you may or may not be lucky. I don't know. Some Muslim countries, I wouldn't say you're lucky if you're trans. That's not a great combination. So, again, subscribe below. Hit the notification bell so you can see what I'm putting out. Leave a comment. You know what? I don't know everything. Maybe I'm wrong. Leave me a comment. Maybe you want to see something else. So yeah, that's all. Bye.